Welcome back to another episode of Quests, and even more quests. And we have a strange commission actually, in the cathedral, which is weird. I actually wanted to do the last commission so that I can unlock Zhongli, or at least a Zhongli story mission. But that one can't be done yet because I need at least one more commission in order to unlock that. So let's talk to Victoria and see what happens. I wonder if he will finally repent this time. Repent from what? Lots of people come here every day to confess their sins and seek forgiveness from the gods. But if you only say it and don't act on it, don't you think that's a waste of time? Take Nimrod, for instance. He has come here to confess his alcohol abuse numerous times, but he hasn't changed one bit. If you have time, maybe you could go and check up on him. Alrighty. Oh, and if he is drinking again, please bring some evidence back. Sometimes serial offenders need a little instruction to help them correct the error of their ways. And how is that problematic if he drinks too much? I mean, what kind of sin is over drinking? I mean, isn't it helpful for the tavern owners? I mean, that's good. It might not be good for everyone else involved with Nimrod, but okay. Again, that would be his problem, and not anyone else's. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Serial offenders. Poor Nimrod. Whoop. Almost there. Any second now. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. I thought Nimrod was close to the tavern, but he is not. Okay. So, what do we see? Presumption of Innocence. Yeah. Always do that. Observe Nimrod. And do we have to talk to him, or my wife Yuri? Wait, what? Okay. It's on a find Nimrod. Okay. Enough. Just there we go. I'm picking up soon. I do, but I can't quick. How am I supposed to read that quickly? Really, what on earth happened? My wife Yuri never. Oh! I can't read that quickly. Okay. Well, Nimrod isn't getting wasted. Let's report back to Victoria. But I wonder why Victoria didn't ask for any well, she did ask for proof. Well, actually not proof of innocence. But yeah, this is the thing. Proof of guilt is usually the thing that you need. Innocence is usually the standard assumption. And that is weird. Is there a follow-up for this, or was that it? That was a weird one. Have you checked up on him yet? Yep. Sober as a judge. Really? He's sober. Unfortunately, there's no evidence. What do you mean, unfortunately? That means that you want evidence. That's okay. So long as you find no evidence of him drinking, I'm content to believe he is a changed man. And why do you care that much? Until I'm given evidence to the contrary, I'm always willing to believe in a person's innocence. Well, if you believe in a person's innocence, then why do you want proof of their guilt? But when there's mountains of evidence telling of all kinds of misdemeanors, it really is funny. Please take this to pay you back for your trouble. I hope I don't see the day that you have anything to repent for. Alright, and with this, we did this little commission in order to get the key, in order to unlock Zhongli. And now, what is this one? Historia Antiqua. Antiqua. Sounds like a dance almost. Go to the Pearl Galley. Isn't Pearl Galley a ship of some sort? Yes, this one. Okay, there's actually a quick way of getting there. Wait a minute. I have to go this way, so I have to go past the Adventurers Guild. That's perfect. Because I have to get the daily commissions reward still. Let's do that. So let's get that one done. Perfect. And also, I have the weekly limit right now. And now I can actually test if the experience for the battle pass actually changes, because I actually thought that the weekly experience limit had something to do with the weekly limit, with the weekly missions, and not with the daily ones. But if you reached your weekly limit, then also the daily missions have no impact on it, because I would gain 150 experience for this. That means that it would end up at 195, but it probably doesn't. Let's look at that. Nothing changed. Only thing is that you ticked something off of your mark here, and it doesn't really change anything because this one is sets daily, but this one is sets weekly. So no matter what you do on a daily basis here, you don't get anything. So, and just open this again just to check if this, yeah, did not refresh. So yeah, the weekly limit is an actual limit. It's not that it has something to do with the weekly experience. It is just there to, yeah, limit your progress in some way. Which is a bit iffy, because it means that you have to basically drop feed play this game. Meaning that you have to play this like one step at a time. Where was the dude with the ship that got me onto there? Was it over here? Could have been. Like there's one guy with a ship that can get me across. I just don't know his location anymore. Like he could be over there, but okay. Some people are getting spawned in, but the ship's still missing. Nope, not here. And I have no intention of swimming over there again. Where was the guy then? That I could talk to get me across. Like he had something, a ship like that. With some kind of a sunscreen. Yep, that's the ping eye. That's the dude. So, if you want to go to sea or catch some fish and stuff, go find yourself another sailor. This boat is going to the Pearl Galley, indeed. And I'm going to go there exactly. Forgive me. So you are to be on an honored guest. Come this way, please. So, it's also kind of interesting that you don't need to explore the Pearl Galley, because there you have a quest that gets triggered. Alright, let's meet on the table side. What do you think? Oh, Historia of Rex Lapis. No, it seems to be some first-hand experience. No one knows better than him. Oh, why do we care so much about the first Mora? I mean, isn't it all the same? Isn't that the idea of money? It's interesting that he is talking about licenses, minting licenses of Mora, meaning that anyone else would also be capable of getting their own currency on the market. It's just that for some reason Liu is the sole, well, proprietor of Mora.
私の考察、それから推測だと、この歴史的意味のあるモラは記念品として今も大事に保存されてると思うわ。例えば、林ゆえを管理する七星は就任前に秘密裏に行われる儀式があって、そこで。いやいや、私の研究だと
この最初のモラはそう単純なものではない。
Is it?
ご存知の通り、モラは触媒の一つである。今もモラを使って武器を強化する術が存在する。
Ah. Now he's talking about an in-game mechanic as well. So it does have a connection to the whole Mora system. Because it just vanishes if you use it up. Which means you always have to re-mint it again.
世界最初のモラには強い力が秘められているはずだ。だから今度出す私の本でこの10年間の研究成果を証明してみせようと思っている。
And why is it that the first Mora would be so much stronger than all of the other Moras, right? I mean, wouldn't it be the opposite?
ズバリ、元王帝君はそのモラを使って刀と剣を強化したという歴史を。
Or polearm for that matter.
刀と剣を？
知りたければ私の本を買うといい。ちなみにその刀と剣を手に入れればリーユへの王になれると言われ。
それはどうだろうか。
おや？
刀剣の真相の考察は置いておくとして、モラが生まれた理由は契約を結ぶための手段だ。
They are just a nice, well, exchange. Good.
モラを使って取引させることこそが本意だと思う。だから最初のモラも普通に通貨として使われているだろう。
私は漢学殿の仮説は面白いと思う。逆に勝利殿、なぜ証拠もなしに否定を？
That's interesting. Everybody's talking about evidence, but they just want to believe that the first Mora coin is so much special, but it's not. It's just like any other coin.
いや、俺はあくまで事実を述べたまでだ。
私よりも元王帝君の御心がわかるというのかい？
No one knows better than him.
歴史に関しては俺も詳しくはない。だが、意見が分かれなければ、切磋琢磨もできなくなる。
Ooh! Oh, that's a nice one. Oh, that line is perfect. That is absolutely amazing. Discussion is meaningless if everyone has the same opinion. That is perfect. Damn it, I have to write this down. This is gold. This is pure gold right there. As there's a opinion. Dude. That is gold. That is absolute gold.
では聞こう。1000年前、元王帝君が先人たちに建築の技術を教えた。その時使われた模型は全てモラで鋳造されたものだった。そうだね。
その通りだ。
Hi. A golden house? It's the golden house, probably.
では、仮にモラに侵力がないとして、なぜ元王帝君はそんな贅沢なことをしたのだ？
Because he had it at the moment, I believe.
簡単だ。それはモラが最も手に入りやすく、最もコストのかからない材料だったからだろう。
It's like going into the woods and chopping trees. Except that he has just an abundance of wealth. It's like you're telling someone else's tale.
元王帝君の話だからな。
I really like the fish scales on his outfit. They're really cool. What about her?
勝利殿、その考古学に関してあなたに聞きたいことがあるんだけど、場所を変えて聞いてもいいかしら？
ああ、構わないが、友人も一緒でいいか？きっと力になると思うぞ。
I'm just here for a good story.
ぜひご一緒してほしいわ。さあ、行きましょう。
Sal Flora. Head to the stern and ask Wanyan about the problem. But before, I'm going to have a little talk with Hang Shu and Yi Xuan.
ガン王帝君はすごい方なのだ。それがまさかあのように言われるとは。
I think they hold him to much greater standards.
人の時代に入ってもかつての神への尊敬は必要だ。
ガン王帝君は
人の時代。
It's the...
ガン王帝君は
Oh, okay, so you trigger both of them if you talk to them. What about Uncle Sal? It's as I thought. We're missing another one tonight. You're saying? Yeah, you heard. Well, it's nothing. It's just that we are missing another one of our regular customers. They probably disappeared. Nonetheless, there's no need to think much of it. Someone new will be introduced to this place soon. Anyway, what do you mean about disappearance? But he said this before. Exactly what it says on the label. They have disappeared from the face of Liu. Some guests will party lavishly one day and then be gone without a trace the next, as if they never existed at all. I have served as guard on board the ship for over a decade now. Such occurrences are hardly new. This Pearl Galley is dazzling to gaze upon, but there won't be even bones left by the time it's done picking your clay. If you've nothing else to do, don't stick around these parts. Eyes on the prize, traveler. And why is it so important that, like, what's so special about this part anyway? Maybe they're just going overboard and anything. The good poet again. That's really good sake. Okay, Wanyan.
これから話すことは少し眼神に対して不敬だから人の少ない場所の方がいいと思ってね。
Okay. Aren't we already at sea and isn't it already pretty quiet?
勝利殿の話は理にかなっていた。多数の意見になびくことなく非常に客観的だったわ。
Okay.
だから他の学者とは違う答えがもらえるかと思って。勝利殿、眼神に殺された魔人はみんな悪だったと思う？
Whoa. Why is it so important? Well, there were other gods that the Geo-Archon killed. That's an interesting one. I need to know more about that.
善悪はさておき、元王帝君は契約を尊ぶ。だから殺された魔人はきっと契約を保護にしたはずだ。
So in this case, it was some form of a misunderstanding, as it usually happens to be with every conflict. Every conflict is the result of a misunderstanding, small or large.
おう、罪もないやつを殺すなんてこと、元王帝君はしないと思うぞ。
Okay, and this is another assumption that puts the Rex Lapis on too high of a pedestal yet again.
でも考古学の研究をしていく中で塩の魔人に関する伝説を耳にしたわ。
Oh, that's an interesting one, because salt was also used as a form of currency back in the day. Also, an interesting thing about salt is it's not just a thing that you trade in and get out of a trade if you sell items. You can also use it in order to keep food usable, so that it does not decay that easily. I mean, it won't taste as good anymore because it's all salty and everything, but it takes out the water, so it won't rot away. That's actually a really good thing about salt, and it is also a currency, or was a currency, that was used up in its process in a way. It's a very interesting thing to think about. So there are two gods of currency. One of them is Mora, and the other one is god of salt.
塩の魔人、ヘウリア。彼女は善良な魔人だった。でも戦争でモラクスに実に不名誉な方法で暗殺された。
嘘だろ？
No way, what?
それは話せば長くなるな。真相もお前の知りたいものではないかもしれない。
Come on, tell it.
構わないわ。知ってることを教えてほしいの。 ずっとこの件を調べてきたから。
Is the story that complicated?
ああ、どこから話せばいいか迷っている。
The start is usually a great place.
お、いたいた。勝利先生、探したぞ。
Really? Come on. Like, I wanted to know the story of the battle between the Salt and the Mora god. Okay. The Fatui?
武
What?
器を下ろせ。離れろ。戦艦軍に通報するぞ。
Just because he's Fatui doesn't mean he's evil. I mean, what kind of assumption is this?
武器なんか持ってないんだが。
Exactly. Paimon, you need glasses.
なあ、落ち着いてくれ。俺はスネージ内から来たただの考古学研究員だ。
Oh, another researcher. Now this gets better and better by the moment.
ファデュイは信じないぞ。
ちゃんとリーユエ総務士にも報告したし、正式な許可書類も持ってる。
It doesn't matter. If you say you're an archaeologist, then you are an archaeologist.
これからリーユエで考古学調査を行い、その調査結果をすべて総務士にも共有することになっている。それで王城堂の勝利先生は物知りだと聞いて、俺の顧問になってほしく王城堂に大金を支払ったんだ。
That is interesting. An awful lot of Mora. Zhongli is in need of it.
つまりは王城堂の仕事だな。
In a way, maybe. What should we do? I think it's best to be cautious. Well, it's always good to be cautious. But let's just ask him what he thinks.
仕事なら仕方ないさ。王城堂には世話になっているからな。
Oh, now this is the contract person speaking.
さすが勝利先生。じゃあ今すぐ出発しようか。
待って、私もついてっていい？私も考古学者だから役に立てるわ。
Yeah, let's make it a really interesting archaeologic mission. So,
では、先ほどの話はまた後にしよう。そうだ。お前も一緒に来い。
I don't really know anything about archaeology. What kind of answers are these? Like, of course we are going to tag along, and of course we don't know anything about archaeology, but let's just say, yes, let's give me more info.
この先の経験は、お前の力になるかもしれない。
Exactly.
あれは、七神が確立される前のこと。魔人はもういないし、お前の目標でもないが、お前の旅に少しは意味をもたらすと思うぞ。
Maybe it also has something to do with the Gnosis.
待て、これは観光じゃなくて考古学チームだ。人が多すぎる。
What do you mean too many people? You can never have not too many people.
しかし、俺の友人には唯一無二の才能がある。かなり役に立つと思うぞ。
And I also have a geo treasure compass in my hand, so it's not just talent speaking.
へえ、どんな才能だ？
宝箱を絶対に見逃さないという才能だ。
オイラも得意だぞ。
確かに役に立つな。許可し、では早速例の渦の魔人が軍玉閣によって鎮圧された場所を見に行こう。何かあるかもしれない。古物や痕跡、魔人のかけらがあればもっといい。とにかくきっと何かしら収穫はあるはずだ。
Okay. He may have a bit too high thoughts of ambition of what he may find. Maybe it's just some washed on wood also, like the stuff that was used to build the Jade Chamber. Go to Guyun Stone Forest. Oh, this Stone Forest. All the way over there. Interesting. I think it's the first time that you're actually told to go to the Stone Forest. Very nice. Oh, wait a minute. Before I go closer to this, I'm going to mine this little bunch of ore, just in case.
これで間に合いますね。
even if I don't quite like the mystical ore there, I'm more interested in the crystal chunks than they give you the better weapon upgrade materials. Looks great.
特に変わったところはないな。価値のあるものを見つけられるだろうか。
Well, not anymore. I mean, I already looked everywhere. Well, at least that's my assumption.
結構壮大だと思うぞ。
景色の話じゃない。あんな対戦があった後なら何か違和感を覚えるところがあるはずなんだが、今はどこから探せばいいかもわからんな。
ここは幸運閣、魔人、もしくは魔人戦争の歴史を研究したければ、ここが最高の場所になる。
Oh, and how is that?
伝説によると、元王帝君は岩の槍を海に投げ、魔人を封印した。その岩の槍が長年の風化を受けて、今の景色となった。
Okay, that kind of explains it. But in another way, you can also say that this was stone getting flung up by a volcanic eruption, or maybe it was a meteor shower, just... But okay.
こんな大きい山が元王帝君の武器？
俺たちが見ているのは氷山の一角に過ぎない。あの時、帝君が投げた槍の数も体積もこれをはるかに超えている。ただ角度の違いや、それから海水や重力の影響で、その多くは海の底に沈んだんだ。そのため風化だけでなく、最初の崩落も幸運閣が出来上がった要因の一つとなっている。
じゃあ、あんな桁外れの力を持った者と戦った魔人もきっと強かったんだよな。
Indeed. Nah, talking about gods fighting Rex Lapis. What about the Salt Princess?
ああ、だから幸運閣には研究の価値がある。あの歴史と関係するものの多くは海に沈んだが、渦の魔人が大波を引き起こした影響で何かが見つかるかもしれない。
つまり、ちゃんと探せばきっと大儲けでき。
Maybe we just find a stone spear. A small one. Made out of stone.
こほん。収穫はあるってことだな。それなら安心だ。この人数なら手分けして探した方がいいだろう。
ああ。では俺は友人と共に行くことにする。雑学はわかるが、プロの考古学者の前で恥をかくのは遠慮したいからな。
あ、私。
なんだ、あんたの本職だろ？なぜ驚く？
わかったわ。では案内するわ。
It's interesting. Just because you're an expert doesn't really mean that you're that sure of yourself. Or at least, being an expert usually means that you question things. And if you question things, then of course you're not sure of the facts that you know, right? Because you can't be. That's just the basic idea of an expert.
珍しいものを見つけたら、そうだな。対岸で落ち合おう。
Okay, now where do we go?
あの古い魔人は元素の痕跡を残したはずだ。それを辿ってみるといい。
おう、元素資格で確認してみようぜ。
Oh, I actually thought that those were some footprints in the stone, and not just element. Okay, so it's pointing me towards a place again, and this place is also lit up with a nice flare. It would be so cool to have your personal flare if you use Google Maps or something. That would be so great. Absolutely annoying for anyone else involved, but yourself, sweet.
冒険だ冒険せ
There we go. Didn't he? Yeah. Almost every helical has a little weapon on him. Oh, look at that. Another chest also appeared. That's quite new. And where do we... Okay, this one points you towards the chest. Defeat the opponents. Or we could just ask them. I mean, wouldn't that be much better? This last sword step is just so pathetic. Step, enemy dead.
幸運閣はもともと魔人を封印した場所。それらの残滓が今も影響しているんだ。
Huh. I just wonder, yeah, there to be some items up there. That would be great. But also, this wooden construction of the helicals was just some ordinary thing. Nothing special about it. Also, did the helicals exist back in the day or not? Or are they some kind of new species? Which kind of reminds me, there are actually, or were, in fact, multiple human species on the planet. Until one of them tried to dominate, well, not tried to, but actually dominated everything. This is the reason why we don't have any Neanderthals anymore. Or any other Homo whatever species. Because the actual scientific name for the Neanderthal is Homo neanderthalis, I believe. So, yeah, there are an awful lot of homos on this planet. Okay. Let's see. Maybe those helicals are also some strange species. It's a different human life form. Just with a bit more fur on them. Alrighty, now what are we looking for? Oh, okay. Is it a chest or is it a geo thingy? It's not a geo it's a floating cache. A cloth bag made of commonly found materials. It contains some slight damp stuff. Hey, come on, get the crabs. There we go. You know what, why don't we just defeat those enemies here? A good source of items. Come on. Okay, get both of them. Ooh, nice. Kinda like this Exile's goblet. The whole set, in fact. Only problem is you don't get this thing in a 5-star version. Same goes for the Adventurer, as well as the Doctor set, as well as... Like, all of the interesting kind of sets don't have 5-star versions. The only 5-star versions that there are the standard deal more damage kind of things. But there's no gimmicky set. And I just love myself some gimmick sets. Why am I taking so much damage? Fries, flour, a little bit more extra damage. fire shields. The bane of every fire character in this game. Wait a minute, are there any chests up? Nah, there are not. Oh, of course. Slimes.
雨のようなよっ
全力攻撃だ。燃えろ。へい。
Oh no, wait a minute. I have to use some
助けが
elder
必要
quick.
な方がいるはずです
There we go. Want the turn to have a bit more health. So, now what are we looking for? It points me towards the left.
こいつらなんでここに集まってくるんだ
Oi. Hydro
お
mimics.
そらく真ん中のあれに魔人の力が残っているからだろう。しかし水星の原型獣か。契約がある限り個人の感情は関係ない。そいつらを倒してあれを回収するぞ。
These are like a lot of hydro mimics.
もう逃げ道はないよウサギ伯爵
Come on. There we go. Ooh, stone tablet.
これで何かしら情報をつかめるはずだ。戻るぞ。
Okay. And ah, come on, no. I need to switch targets much quicker. Oh, look at that wall. This place here is dangerous. There are 4 or 5 ruin guards around. If you're not careful, they're going to rocket launch you towards the death. Right. Okay, just a little bit more. Do we have to talk to them or do we just have to get close to them? Because I would really like to get a bit more mining out of it. Alright, let's just get the file up there. And we should be good.
助けが必要な方がいるはずです
And this one.
助けが必要な方がいるはずです
Alright. So, Kliment and Wanyan.
あんた本当に考古学者か？何も知らないじゃないか。本当に大丈夫なのかよ。
What is his problem?
術業に先行ありって言うでしょ。ちゃんと説明してるじゃない。
Hmm.
喧嘩はやめろよ何があったんだ
こいつ考古学者なのにこの辺りの遺跡について何にも知らないんだよ。むしろ俺の方が詳しいくらいだ。
Mm-hmm. Very interesting. So, what exactly is the problem then?
だから俺の勘と経験で価値のありそうなものを持ってくることしかできなかった。
Hmm.
ああ、時間の。
私はずっと潮の魔人の研究をしてたんだから、詳しくないのも仕方ないでしょ。
Hmm. It is a bit strange. One shouldn't lack general knowledge in their field. Well, it is a bit strange, but general knowledge is also quite interesting. But let's just go for the strange part.
そっちこそモラのことしか聞いてこなかったじゃない。貴重な文化財の価値をモラで測ることしか知らないの？
Yeah, this is definitely not the right question to ask when it comes to archaeology.
それはモラで言えば一番わかりやすいだろう。まさにリーユへの伝統だ。
Makes sense. But it's a bit annoying because an archaeologist usually, puts their value on the knowledge itself.
二人とも少し落ち着け。お互い見つけたものを一緒に確認しよう。そちらが見つけたものは確かに渦の魔人の影響で岸に上がったものだが、魔人とは関係がないな。残念。一方、俺たちが見つけた石板には不思議な模様がある。魔人の力も残っているな。研究に役立つと思うぞ。
Yeah, we found the good stuff, right? Just by coincidence.
早くそれを俺に渡せ
Almost as if we are magnetic.
これで収穫はありだな魔人の力これを探してたんだ
It still is just a stone tablet. We need to decipher it first.
ほん他のものも少しは金になると思うし古文料を回収できるはずだ全部俺のものだからな
魔人の力がないと研究価値がないのか？
私が塩の魔人の歴史を研究しているのは歴史が文化と信仰を教えてくれるからよ。あなたはお金のことしか考えてないみたいだけど。
バカ言え俺はスネージナヤの考古学研究員だ正真正銘な
Huh. No, you're trying to get rich of archaeology. Collect the strength of the god. But we don't know what he's trying to do. If he tries to get rich off of archaeology, then he's still an archaeologist, just one who tries to get rich. And if he's trying to collect the strength of the gods, okay, this is rather a more fitting. That's a rather more fitting assumption here.
そうだ。あのコップは売らない方がいいぞ。
Don't want to sell the teacup. Wait, what?
なんでだ
あれは行幸のコレクションで軍玉閣と共に落ちてきたんだ。七星を敵に回したくなければ。
金になると思ったのに。
Yeah, it is because of high quality, because of reasons, right? Like, those things just don't fall from the sky. Well, they kind of do, but not usually.
ほらまたお金の話。
だったらなんだって言うんだ研究成果も金もどっちも得るに越したことないじゃないか。さあここは終わりにするぞ。そうだ塩の魔人そいつには俺も興味があるんだ。次は地中の塩に行くか。
Sal Terrae. I think I know where this is. The ruin under lock and key. Oh! This is probably the one. Wait a minute. This one. Ah, you gotta be kidding me. Let's hope I don't interfere with this pure water thingy in there so that I can continue this mission. Bollocks. I just want to activate certain missions and deactivate others so that I can choose which ones I'm going to do so that they don't interfere that much with each other. This is basically this is the usual problem of an open world game. Which one has it? GTA, for example, has this kind of issue where you always get called on the phone, like do this task, do that task. You can't just focus on playing the game because you're getting pulled in every single direction. And something similar also happens in Cyberpunk, where it doesn't really matter where you go, you always get called and being put on a little task there just to go figure out this little area, bring back this item, and so on and so forth. Kind of like little busy works. They are, well, they are decent enough little side missions, but if you just want to have a look around, they're definitely a bit more annoying. But okay, let's talk to Wanyan and Kliment again.
あなたね、お金が全てじゃないのよ。
あんたこそ文化財のことばかりで頭が固いぞ。
まだ言ってる。邪魔しないでおこう。
Well, the interesting thing about archaeology is, like, who is supposed to pay for all of the people that are supposed to dig out all of the items from the ground, right? Like, someone has to pay for all of those people, for all of the tools, and for shipment and everything. So, it's just absolutely normal to think about, okay, what is the value of it, and how can you get that investment back? It's just an absolutely normal thing to think about, but you usually just think about, oh, what amount of knowledge can you give the world from digging out this archaeologistic find or whatever. In the end, it doesn't matter. If you don't have the money to dig it out, then you can't dig it out. You have to have a way to remonetize the whole thing. Otherwise it won't work. But finally we can figure out what this dent in the water's doing. Okay. So let's just rush past all of them and ignore this these creatures here. Or you could just do this and be done with it. Whoa. But no, I actually want to have this as a single mission. Don't want to split it too much. Of course they do attack me. Jesus. Da.
もう逃げ道はないよ。
燃えろ。みんながそばにいてくれるわ。くらえ。
Once, twice, once. Come on.
燃えろ。異形を見届けよ。
Alright. Just a few more helicals and we are good to go. Nice. Oh no. I have to be careful not to fall down. Alright. Perfect. So, let's see what... Okay, what is the ancient steel? Salt seals. Ooh, the ruin within. None uninvited may enter in. It's about salt. That's very interesting. Let's check this out.
地中の塩はかつて塩の魔人の民が暮らしていた場所だと聞いた。ああ、きっと価値のある文化財も多いだろうな。
伝説によると、塩の魔人ヘウリアの加護を受けた民は確かに幸せな暮らしをしていた。しかし、この伝説は古くからあり、ここに来た宝刀団も数知れない。価値のあるものはほとんど残っていないだろう。
With that seal in place, there may not be that much that was stolen. Who knows?
来なければよかったな。
実は洞窟の奥に塩の魔人関連の遺跡があるの。それが地中の塩の由来にもなっているらしいわ。ただ遺跡の入り口は封印されているみたいで入れないのよ。関係のありそうな装置は見つけたけど、解除しても封印は微動だにしなくて。
Maybe there are more mechanisms in place.
その封印の由来も解除方法も塩の魔人の研究にとって重要な課題になっているわ。
Is it related to the god of salt people? Let's see.
物証がないからわからないわ。でも封印の多くは真実を隠すために存在するものよ。けど塩の魔人は優しく力もあってみんなに愛されていた。見せられないものなどないはず。
Well, again, these are some assumptions. We have to figure this
だ
out.
から真実を隠したいのは犯人のモラクスだと私は考えているわ。
Again, the winner tells the story, right?
ガンオーテイ君はそんなことしないと思うけど。
Again, assumptions.
そんなのどうだっていい。それよりその遺跡には塩の魔人の宝物があるんだろうな。
人の話を聞きなさいって。あったとしても封印を解かないと入れないわよ。
勝利先生がいるじゃないか。何でも知ってるし、封印だって楽勝だろう。
Maybe he knows how to fix this. Yeah, or maybe to open this.
あの封印は長いこと存在していて謎だらけだから、きっと勝利殿だって。
It's not as if he was the one who put it there, isn't it?
多少ならわかる。 封印に関する言い伝えは雑然としているように見えるが、実は解除の仕方もちゃんと伝わっているんだ。封印と関係がありそうな装置の話をしていたな。まずは、
あったあったあった。
勝利殿がそう言うなら案内するわ。
Alright, now what kinda... Oh, there's a boat here. Sweet. Go to the first mechanism, which is... Wait, what? Those mechanisms are really far away. Okay, so they are all around this place. Okay, so if they are all around this place, then there's actually no reason not to finish this area number 2 in here. I mean, we are here already. It's kind of like... Yeah. Come on. Let's finish that real quick. Come on. Come on, ducky. There we go. That should do the trick. Gotta be kidding me. There we go. Okay, bubbled it. 6.7% for every card creature. Very nice. Didn't I destroy those? That is weird. And another one. Alright, wait a minute. What enemies are attacking me? Ah, those. Let's go a bit to the side. The problem is that it takes ages until this bubble thingy gets charged up. There we go. And it's... Oh, look at this. Maybe the duck will... The duck was colliding with it, but not in the matter that I wanted it to collide. Come on. Nah. Catching those ducks is actually quite an annoying thing to do. What I need is something that's more immobile in this case. Let's see. Oh, come on. It won't charge any further. Hey! Okay, so you can actually charge multiple creatures at the same time. That's very interesting. Ah, there we go, finally. No, wait a minute. I need this ability. Oh, come on! Okay, I think I got it. Okay, the biggie as well. Alright, let's get this one. There we go. Caught it. Could have done that before. Jesus. Alright, 3, 2, 1. That should maybe do the... Nah, it doesn't. Ah, yeah. Yes. It did. There we go. Let's just get the duckies. Come on, go away. Of course they evade to the side. Of course they do. I just want it controllable with the camera. And not just by holding down a button. That would be so much better. Okay, let's see. Are there more? I think I need 3, maybe 4 at most. That should basically do it. But you do have to... Ooh, nice. Nocturnal ores. That's nice. And this one. Okay, that was not the one that I wanted. So let's see. Let's hope that the duck will not move that much. Oh, come on. Ah, got it. Look at that. Nah, that's too far away. Much too far away. Okay. Do we have another one of those water creatures, Ryan? There are 2 of those ducks. Okay. Let's see. With a bit of luck, it will actually reach that far. Ooh, that's close. That's really close. It's perfect. Yeah, that should be it. This is 100%. Nice. The aquatic plants of do plants even have thoughts? Okay. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. Who knows? But now we can focus on the meta at hand and don't get distracted by any mimicry. Oh, look at that.
この辺の残骸を組み合わせると潮の魔人に関連するものに見えるの。ヒント通りにある角度から見ると装置は解除できる。
Yeah, if one looks from a specific angle, then we can do that. Look for a spot from which the picture formed of the relic can be seen. Is there another one?
お宝が隠れてるかもしれないぞ。
It looks as if this is the actual picture here. What you have to do in order to... Oh, you have to stand here. Okay. Then align the camera a little bit and it
ほら
goes.
解除できたのに封印は微動だにしないの。
それはもう一つの装置を同時に解除しないといけないからだ。
もう一つ？
ああ、俺が案内しよう。
Huh. How does he know where those mechanisms are? And some of them are really far away. I mean, like, why do you have a mechanism that is like kilometers apart? Let's see what this one does.
ここ。ああ、変わった元素石碑があったわ。これも関係があったのね。封印を調べるために神の目を持った人を雇ったんだけど。石碑に明かりをつけた後、何も起こらなかったのよね。
ここの石碑は正しい順番で明かりをつけないと封印の解除ができない。そしてヒントは魔人戦争に関する文章の中にある。南は天候、東は陽光、西は絶雲、北は計索。広い理由に居場所がないとは。
Okay, so you need Electro in order to trigger all of them. Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Yuyun in the west, and Qingxi in the north. Okay, Qingxi I can get. Yuyun in the west, okay. And those other ones, Tianheng and Yaoguang, that might be across the sea. So this is where the sea is, basically. I believe, at least. But okay, what's this? Yaoguang on the east and Tianheng on the south. Good.
なんだって意味がわからないぞ。
Yeah, maybe.
それ聞いたことがある。
ああ、この文章は潮の魔人とも関係がある。この優しい神は苦しむ民に居場所を与えるためリーユへ各地を歩き回った。しかしあの戦火にまみれた時代、一国の平和でもかなり贅沢なものだった。最後彼女が見つけたのは今の地中の塩という場所だ。
Okay.
でもその安らぎもモラクスに壊された。
そんな古臭い伝説の話よりも早く封印を解除しよう。せっかくヒントがあるんだから。さあさあ。
He just has like those dollar bill eyes.
天候は南、陽光は東、絶雲は西、計索は北。
Okay, so it's not just okay, so you have to trigger them in this order. It has no... Well, I actually thought that the order was related to something. Maybe the story of a person walking across the land or something like that. Or maybe the wars that started or just something. But in this case, it's just the order. South, east, west, north. South, east, west, north. Okay, so it's like a zigzaggy thingy. A reverse S. And I also need, of course, the right characters for this. One of them is, of course, Electro. Let's take squad number 2. Oh, yeah. For this. Oh, yeah. Let's defeat them real quick. I think I need... Yeah, I actually need Barbara on this team. I would really like to have a an elemental resonance in there. Come on. Why is it not working? And I can dish out a decent amount of damage here, like 1000 every now and then, which is quite nice. There we go. But yeah, I do really need another healer for this. This must be south then. So, south, followed by east, followed by west, followed by north. Alright, go to the side of the broken seal again. Hmm.
多少知識があっただけだ。さあ、封じられた秘密を明らかにする時が来た。
逃がさないわよ。逃がさない。
Yeah, much more pleasant on the ears. Much more pleasant. Alright. So, but I do have to change the characters because it's just, I don't know, it's, does deal more damage, and with Bennett's healing ability, it's better when it comes to survival overall. There's also another marker on the mission that points me south. Ah, Yao Guang. This is Yao Guang. Ah, wait a minute. There is Dawn Winery on the. Wait a minute. Yao Guang on the south. Then there's something in the east, which I have no idea what that is. Tianheng or something like that. Then there's Qingxi in the north, and then there's something in the west. Which was it? Qingyu, Yuyun, Yanjianming. No. The only thing that I see is Yao Guang. Ah, Tianheng. Tianheng in the south, Yao Guang in the east, Qingxi in the north. And then there's something in the west. But what was supposed to be in the west? Huaguang, maybe? Nah. That doesn't really sound correct. Lingju, Qingxu? Nah. I'm missing something. Maybe the order is also not quite correct there. But it is a strange saying, that's definitely it. Oh no, we have to jump, don't we?
無用の争いを避けるため、遺跡に入る前に一つ提案があるんだが。
何でしょう？
契約を結んでほしい。内容は順番に物を取る。一度に一点のみ。誠意を示すため、俺はカウントしなくていい。
Okay, that's interesting. But why don't you? I won't take any either. Like, why is this an option? What if there's? And where's Paimon?
俺は認めない。この半人前の考古学者と収穫を当分しろってか？ありえない。
それはこっちのセリフよ。塩の魔人の文化財が台無しになるわ。絶対に無理。
もし契約を結べないのなら、顧問を降りるしかないな。この遺跡にある宝と罠の対処は、二人の判断に任せる。
Oh, that's nice. That's perfect. Let's get the treasure.
それは。分かった。塩の魔人の宝物だ。その半分でも十分金になるだろう。
Let's hope that he finds something very, very, very valuable down there. Or it's just dirt, who knows.
契約に応じてもいいけど、勝利殿、一つ条件があるわ。塩の魔人の真相を見つけたら、たとえモラクスに不利なことであっても公正に判断してほしい。
その条件なら受け入れよ
う。Because he doesn't give a shit.
では、行こうか。
Let's see. Hey, 53. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Huh, looks like you can actually go through that waterfall down there. Oh! Hey, you... Wait a minute. Yes, you can! Let's just... Okay, there's nothing behind it. I actually thought that there was some kind of a hidden platform there as well. Let's just get all of the violet grass that we can get from this. Oh, there's also a stone chest. I don't know which one is higher here. Might be the... No, stone chest is lower. Let's just hope that this does not count towards the treasure. Okay, explore the cave and enter the ruins. Whoa, it gets really dark down here. We need a light. It's really steamy as well. What do we have here? Doesn't look like much. Ah, more violet grass. Oh! And it points different ways. Look at that. Oh no. Come on, get through the bloody shield. Ay. The good part about it is that you can, well, mine at the same time. Defeat minions, monsters, and the like. And get some delicious jade out of it too. Ah, much better when it comes to destruction of some shield. And they're of course immune to earth. I totally forgot about that. I just want to use the earth skill in order to destroy the shields, but using Noelle might have just been a better overall solution. Two, three. This is over there. Ah, maybe there's stuff behind that wall. Okay, what else? Always look upwards from time to time. You will be surprised. Also, there seem to be a really decent amount of fish in here. What? Okay, you cannot destroy the fish. Too bad. Alright. Let's just get all of the coral lapis from it. Ah. Not coral lapis, it's coral lapis. Without the L afterwards. What am I looking at? Once, twice, thrice. No. I wanna mine it. There we go. I've never actually used the charged attack for Bennett. It's just some kind of convenience thing. Like, you don't want to use it because you just stand there and get attacked by the enemies. So it's kind of like a waste of time charging up this skill. And then, in the end, you just catapult yourself away from the enemy too. And because this game is so time sensitive sometimes, with all of those challenges and destroy those enemies within so and so many seconds and so on, it does not really benefit you that much to charge up any attacks and so on. So what do we have here? Of mysteries and salt. The seal has been broken, and both the treasures and the tail of the god of salt await within. The party pushes on, each armed with disparate aims. And of course we need Geo in it, which we kind of have. But I think we are also accompanied by Zhongli, just in case. Yeah, we are. Okay. So no matter what, we have a Geo character with him. Kind of looks like a spider lair in here. And those people are petrified, stonified, whatever. As if, well, Is this salt that surrounds them?
彫像
They are not statues.
いや人だ。この人たちは潮の魔人の信者だったんだろう。
なんでこんな風に。
この遺跡に一体何が隠されてるの？
一体どこから？
Judging by the direction those stalactites are pointing, a bizarre-looking statue that appears to be made of salt. So they were petrified in salt, and the salt was thrown from in front of them, collided with them, and then those stalactite thingies that are pointed backwards appeared, right? Because otherwise they would point upwards. Or into another direction, and I think that this is the result of some huge piece of salt getting thrown at them for some reason. Why would one throw salt at them? And also, why would salt be that dangerous? I mean, you could heat salt up and make it into a very, very dangerous substance. And of course there are hilly curls everywhere. How do we get up there? Okay. We could... Looks like you can actually fall down here, but it might just be some decoration. Another one. Again, they are looking... onto the gate. This dude was fleeing the scene. This one was kind of surprised by it. There we have another geototem. Maybe the salt guard was enraged for some reason. Can happen. How are you? Okay, wait a minute. You're supposed to go there. Like you have Zhongli, right? Maybe I can place this. Okay, you can climb up those steelies. That's quite useful. That is really useful if you don't have any other Geo character in your squad. I mean, I could just use Albedo's ability and use an elevator like that. And that's the true power of any Geo character. Lifting yourself upwards by your own bootstraps, kinda. But the bigger question is, what's the cooldown on Zhongli's ability compared to... Oh, no! Compared to Albedo's. Okay, and sometimes the flower is just bugged out because it is in contact with its surroundings, and then the lift mechanic doesn't work again. So this one has a cooldown of 4 seconds. Also 4 seconds. So both of them have the same amount of seconds. And I would say that you can actually get higher if you climb up those Steele here. That's quite neat. And also this like rectangular aura around it looks pretty cool. It's not just a spherical aura, it's actually rectangular. Quadratic. Examine's Selenized Adherent. He is transfixed in an earnest posture. No, perhaps he was also afraid. He is transferred in an earnest posture. No, perhaps he's also afraid. Okay, all of them are afraid. This is why they were praying. To not get saltified. Salified. I wouldn't touch that.
ただの塩入れだろ。塩の魔人は貧乏な魔人だな。
俺の知っている限り、それは普通のものじゃない。たかが半分、されど半分。永遠に変わらない。
And always half full. Oh, that's perfect. So is the glass half full or is it half empty? Doesn't really matter. It always fills itself.
つまり、いくら使っても中の塩は減らないのか?
Think about it. Like, what if you have a vessel that only has 1 drop of liquid, like wine, for example, right? If you drink this 1 drop, another one will appear, but it will never be more than this 1 drop. In this case, it's like, what happens if you just empty it? Will there be a constant wine stream coming out of it or not?
その通りだ。
無限の塩を生み出すなんて、やっぱり塩の魔人の力はすごいわ。
Come on, the salt has to come from somewhere, right?
ここまで苦労してやっと見つけたお宝だ。こいつは俺のだ。
What's the catch?
無限に出てくる塩。それを売るだけで十分に儲かるはずだ。
But you can't sell it too often because otherwise you would just destroy the price of salt.
塩の魔人の遺産をそんなことに使わないでくれる？
And why should that be a shallow pursuit? Come on.
クリメント殿がそれを欲するなら、契約に従って次は彼女がもらう。
And what if the next object will be much more powerful?
問題ないさ。こいつより金になるものはなさそうだしな。
契約に従い、奪い合いはやめておくわ。
では、先に進もう。
I have a slight suspicion that Zhongli knows exactly what kind of goods we find. And why is it that we... come on. We won't get any relics off of it just because Zhongli won't get any relics off of it. Come on. Like, Paimon is another person, so that means that both of us could actually end up with two, well, not overall two items instead of just one. That would be sweet. Another one. Looks like he was no, thrown at them. And there are also those spikes coming out of his back. Very weird.
みんなは俺が守れ。
Very weird. Is there another chest, like on a platform somewhere around it also? I mean, if you have a geo character here and are supposed to climb up certain objects, then it might not be that far off that there are hidden chests around here. A lot of them. So let's place this one, stand on the other, and we can open that thing. Yes. Oh, look at that. Another relic. Okay, we cannot look at... Like, there are an awful lot of books. Like, why can't we just take those books? Knowledge, man, knowledge. What's this? Is it a sword? Doesn't look simple to me. I mean, it's glowy.
これは測定器具の一つなのよね。
But what does it measure?
その通り。しかしこれにも塩の魔人の力がある。これを地面に刺すと、そこから塩が溢れてくる。
Why would you want your ground to be saltified or salified? I mean, it's kind of like the tale of who was the one? Something with an M, I believe. The dude who not Meliodas, not Minos, but Milodas, Milado, Lalilu, Mileo, Malili. What's he called? Magnus? No. Meal. Whatever. The dude with the golden hand, he had the power to turn everything into gold. And in the end, he turned all his loved ones and everyone into gold as well. So it was kind of like a curse and a blessing at the same time. In the end, yeah, it just ends up in how you use it, your powers and everything. But the salt thing is the same, actually. Every time you put this thing in the ground, you salify it. The problem about this is you turn useful ground that can hold crops on them into a barren wasteland at the end. It's not really good.
深く刺すほど得られる塩の量も多い。つまり 塩の豊作だ。
それって俺の塩入れよりもすごいじゃないか。
And why should it be better than the Salt Chalice? I mean, the Salt Chalice produces it already in the chalice. I mean, you can carry it somewhere, empty it, and then you have it. But if you take this one and you put it in the ground, you turn the ground into it. I mean, the chalice is much more convenient and much safer when it comes to your environment than this kind of measuring device.
では契約に従い、この定規は彼女のものだ。
How can this dude be so stupid? You do not mess up farming ground.
ダメだ、認めないぞ。俺が出した金だ。なんで俺が損しなければならないんだ。
That dude is so stupid.
それにこいつ何の役にも立ってないし、絶対に認めない。
Contracts again.
やっぱりこうなるのか。
Well, we are on the topic of useless people.
つまり契約を破るのか。
Oh.
だったらなんだ。この遺跡の罠もほとんど分かったし、あんたがいなくても結構。そもそも俺が雇い主なのになんであんたに従わないといけないんだ。
What if this whole ruin is cursed and the one who messes up any contracts will be turned into salt as well? Maybe this is the reason why all of those people turned into salt. In this case, yeah, the curse is that they get what they wanted, an abundance of salt. But how they get it is a completely different thing, and they get it because they break the rules or the contract. Very interesting.
契約を結んだからだ。
But the whole agreeing to contracts kind of thing, I mean, it's basically also just a made-up concept between humans. It's a nice thing, but in the end, a contract can only be adhered to if both parties, well, want to, right? If there's a power imbalance, like one of those two parties is stronger than the other, then it's more likely that the stronger party, the stronger contractant, will just overthrow the contract or ignore it in a manner, right? On the opposite side, if you are the weaker, the weaker side of the contract, then you try to exploit the contract to your benefit, at least in the hope that the stronger contractant will not notice it, right? So in both cases, having a contract will be most useful if both parties have the same power level, or can be seen in terms of the same strength, if they hold the same power, if it is like economic or military or and sometimes even religious. It's a very interesting thing. This is why contracts might not always be the best, because you need someone who takes care of, holding the contracts, right? And it needs to be an external force that is much stronger than you are, because then you can't just get out of the contract. If someone tries to, or is just much stronger than the external force, then they can just do whatever they want. And this is the problem with contracts again. Very, very interesting.
ガンオー帝君はこう言った。契約を保護する者は岩食いの刑に値すると。
The Wrath of the Rock. Very interesting. It's nice to know this now, right? You should have started with this.
それはリーユエの神だろう。俺はスネージナヤから来た。
岩食いの刑。その身をもって体験するといい。無事じゃす。
Boy, punish Kliment. Why do we need to punish Kliment? Oh wait, he turned in. I thought he had some like Fatui guards next to him. Why can't we just fight Kliment as Kliment? and not as a Fatui agent. Ooh, wait a minute. Where's the dude? Come on, let's... How on earth? It's like... For one time only, I will... Ooh. There we go. Let me just climb up this Steele, eh? Now what happened? And... What are we actually talking about? The Wrath of the Stone? I actually thought he would just turn into a salt statue like all the others. At least we had our guard up. I hope you never became as greedy as him, Paimon. Paimon will always be greedy no matter what. At least we had our guard up. Yeah, you are the god of contract. You see contracts as the utmost priority, whatever. But just because you are the god of contract, you find this most valuable. If you have another god with another value set, then they find something different more valuable. Like Venti, the god of freedom, basically. Complete opposite.
これを機にはっきりとさせよう。
何のことだ？
この考古学チームに考古学を目的に来た者はいない。
どうしてそう言えるの？
お前は考古学の初歩的な知識も文化財もよく知らないが、潮の魔人に関する知識だけはかなり詳しい。考古学や文化財よりも潮の魔人自身に興味があるのだろう。また、お前が話した潮の魔人の伝説も、その多くは銀元朝に伝わっている。
それ以上言わないで。勝利殿はやっぱり物知りなのね。何もかも見抜かれてるわ。そう、私は考古学者ではなく、リーユエ七世八門の一つ、営業を担当する銀元朝のものよ。私たちの祖先はかつて魔人戦争中に潮の魔人に守られた民だった。
Okay. People from the god of salt. Very interesting. Come to think of it, I've never heard you say Rex Lapis. I've never heard you say Lord of Geo. Interesting. Did she say Rex Lapis? She usually just calls him Morax, and he also has different names. Look at this, there's a chest on the other side.
確かに、モラクスっていう名前を口にするリーユエ人はめったにいないもんな。
Because he has an old and a new name. Both symbolize a different kind of attitude towards things.
戦争中、モラクスが私たちの神を殺した。潮の魔人の力を奪うために。憎いわ。でもリーユエはモラクスのリーユエ。歴史だって改ざんされてるに決まってる。だから証明したいの。モラクスが悪で残酷な一面もあるってことを。契約に従って真実をちゃんと公正に判断してくれるわね、勝利殿。
もちろんだ。それにリーユエはもうモラクスのリーユエではない。
It's people's Liu right now.
ついてこい。答えはこの先にある。
But it is also a very interesting take on how Morax can be understood. How on earth am I supposed to get up here? I could try to jump across it, maybe use another Steele also. No, it doesn't work like that. Okay, I could try it from the other side. But yeah, there is a very interesting way of looking at... so you just have to walk around. How how Rex Lapis is seen, or Morax is seen. Like, he is seen as someone who is just... Well, very self-centered, greedy and whatever. But if you if there would be a godly embodiment, right, or just a god, period, and they symbolize something, and they value, in this case, contracts over everything, then isn't this just some kind of machine that has no other way of taking in external values to compare and to see what's better? If they always go for their prime incentive, therefore for the contract, they always go for the specific value set that makes them decide things. It's basically like a rogue AI, if you think about it. So a true god, which is going after which is, well, not a wholesome one, which basically means like there's a single god for everything. There are very specific gods with specific values that decide their actions. In this case, it would not be nothing more than a machine. You put something in, you get something out. And the way this happens, or gets decided upon, it's just in relation to the value set of the individual god. So it kind of matters what kind of god you pray to, what kind of offering you give, and what value set they have. And if it's fitting, then you get your wish fulfilled, and if it's not, then you don't. There's nothing good or bad about any of that, really, if you think about it. But if they have no way of taking in other values, right? Like a human, like, okay, humans do have some fixed values sometimes. But let's say there is a fluid individual, like a human, who can take in any different value and decide on one day this way and on another day another way. Then the human is the more free being compared to the god. Very interesting. And the god is just nothing more than a machine. A dead object. It does what it's supposed to program, or what it is programmed to do. Very, very interesting idea. Oh no, I can't climb! Oh, totally forgot that. That's the ground for you. Wait a minute, this was the entrance? And of course Ben... Oh no. My prime damage dealer is dead. Just great. You can just do... Okay, wait a minute. You really have to get additional height in order to get to the other side, otherwise it won't work. Like, we have magical spears that we can throw forward, which could be geo-related. Wait a minute, 5. Alright. That was fairly easy. Muscle memory was added again. Let's go for Zhongli, he might deal a bit more damage now. And there's something about this Steele. Oh, that is so cool. The way you call this media and the way it kind of appears is just so well incinerated. It's not incinerated, it's like in bollocks. I just can't get this right. And also there are clouds surrounding it, which makes it even cooler. Come on, where is it? There we go. Bam! So much damage. Alrighty, what do we have here? A sword, maybe. A broken one. Wait a minute. Weren't they talking about a dagger and a sword that got imbued by specific powers?
潮の魔人は抵抗した。ただモラクスには勝てなかったんだわ。
This proves nothing. This is just a sword that got broken, that's it.
潮入れや定規に比べて、この剣の力はもっと強大でしょうね。もし直すことができれば、潮の魔人の力をみんなに見せることができる。
確かに負けた後に残されたものに見えるな。
剣の断片が2つ。考古学的な見地から言うと、それは2つの文化財になる。契約に従い、そのうち一方しかお前はもらえない。
Okay. This is a very interesting way of arguing about it, but it is supposed to be one unitary sword, right? It's like think about, is a tree a singular unit? If you cut a tree in half, right? Is it still one and the same thing, or is it two objects? Like, when does the cutting things in two actually make a difference? In this case, it's a functional difference and not a it's two pieces kind of difference. This is just some bureaucratic nightmare description of it. It's like one way why the god of contract might be a bit of an iffy person to be around. Not cool. I mean, contract's good and everything, but if you don't write it out completely clearly 100%, right, then there's no room to move around in, and of course you will hit a wall and start a conflict or something, because if someone tries to get most out of a contract, then of course they go for the complete description. But if there are things that one party just forgot to mention or that come up later, then you have to revisit the contract.
どうしてよ。だってクリメントのやつはもう。
ああ。だが一点のみの契約はまだ有効だ。同時に2つもらうのは契約違反になる。
But is it true that it's two relics, or is it not?
それは。
This logic is stupid.
なあ、勝利、悪意はないんだし、少し融通を聞かせたら？
Nah, it's not about letting it slide. It's about being a pissbag.
契約に融通は守るか破るかだけだ。
Yeah. One reason why people got conflict with this dude.
ダメ。半分だけもらっても直せっこないわ。そしたら潮の魔人の力だって。私の信仰のために何が何でも契約違反になっても構わないわ。
決心はついたか。では代価を支払ってもらおう。
Is there?
岩杭の刑を受けることになるぞ。
構わない。民を守るため犠牲になった潮の魔人と比べたらそんなの大したことないわ。どんな処罰でも構わない。私の信仰を守れるなら。女
性を殴っちゃダメだ。
それで許されるのなら楽だけどな。罰として真相を教えよう。
真相？真相が私への罰？
That's an interesting way of punishing people, but okay.
ああ。これから話す真相はお前が契約を破った代価だ。
Maybe there's something bad that happened with the Salt Goddess.
残念だが、潮の魔人ヘウリアは強い魔人ではない。
And who cares?
むしろ弱い。譲歩ばかりしてきた彼女は七神の座には登れない。敗者だ。
なんですって？
魔人戦争時代、魔人たちはテイバット大陸を奪い合い、力と知恵を尽くし戦った。しかしヘウリアは逃げることを選んだ。逃げれば戦火の影響は自分と民たちに波及しないと思った。しかし長い戦争の中で 譲歩は終わらない。そうしてヘウリアは土地をすべて失い、最後の居場所しか残らなくなった。
いや、そんなのありえない。
Sounds like a very peaceful god to me.
最後、彼女は民を守る武器すら持っていなかった。
武器すらない。でもこの剣は。
ああ、それは潮の魔人の遺物ではなく、彼女を殺した凶器だ。
凶器？違う、嘘よ。私の信仰を惑わすつもりなのね。
事実を述べたまでだ。
そんなバカな。さてはあなたもモラクスの信者なのね。騙されないわ。
And there she goes.
勝手に行くなよ。
That was too much for her to take.
罰だからな。そうでなければ俺だって話したくない。
Huh. It's interesting that he decides how the punishment is supposed to be fulfilled because he is the wrath of the god of Geo. It's very interesting. Very, very interesting indeed, but still, piss back way of doing contract.
先へ進もう。そこにはおそらく彼女が真相を受け入れざるを得ないものがある。
And actually, what is so bad about this truth? I mean, sounds like a very sad and very, very peaceful story. In the end, there's an awful lot of okay, I really need to revive Bennett. I mean, come on. Some of these. Nice. Does he have? No. No way of healing. So, let's just get another meal in there. Maybe those small hash brownies. That should be enough. So, very, very iffy way. Very, very iffy. But how did all of those people get turned into salt? I mean, if this god was supposed to be so benevolent, well, let's not call it benevolent, let's just say peaceful. Because benevolent means that you get an awful lot of things. But peaceful just means that there's no fight getting started. It's a very, very strange way of looking at it. Very, very strange.
彫像がどこかに逃げた？一体何が？
塩と裏切りだ。
Interesting. But who got betrayed? The people from the Salt Goddess or the Salt Goddess herself? It's probably the Salt Goddess that betrayed them and then poof, she exploded. Or maybe the killing part of the Salt Goddess kinda made her go nuclear and then poof, everything got surrounded in salt basically. The people just tried to get away. And that is basically it. Kind of like a volcanic eruption. He seems to have been fleeing from something. No doubt suspecting that something terrible was afoot. No shit. What about the other ones? No, you can't check those. It's a very, very interesting story. I mean, he seems to have been fleeing from something terrible. No doubt something. Zhongli was definitely, or like Rex Lapis was definitely a much more different god in the past, and then he turned over the millennia. He changed at least. In this case, that means that everybody has a chance of redemption at some point. Of becoming a better version of themselves. Well, better. Well, who was better, right? Being better just means getting whatever, some goals achieved for a specific time or whatever. And if it's a very warmongering, very, very dangerous kind of era where you need to survive, then of course you yourself need to adjust and need to be more violent. It's just in this case the environment that shapes the person. So you cannot have peaceful people in a non-peaceful environment. It just does not facilitate them. But why did he kill her then? If she was always going away, right? What problem would she give Morax that was so large that he actually needed to destroy that god herself if she was so weak? I mean, you don't just go into the woods and kill all of the ants just because they're weak, right? You don't do that. You do this if they get annoying. Actually, yeah, because they get annoying. Or there's some other reason for this. If they get into your house or whatever, and they're just walking on the ceilings or whatever, then you just put out some traps for the ants and, well, exterminate them somewhat. But usually you don't just go after weaklings just because they're weaklings. It's, again, some kind of goal achievement kind of thing. Again, a conflict of interest between one party and another. In this case, that got solved in a violent manner. Very weird. Kind of reminds me of the book A Coming People. That also tells a story about the future people being more peaceful and more open than the current ones, and also the ones in the past, just because they have different value sets and they, well, they just grew up in an age that was already peaceful, so there's no need for them to be violent or greedy or whatever. In this case, no one is at fault ever. Very strange way of looking at it. Okay. Well, they didn't see anything, they were running away. Or at least this one did see an awful lot. Ooh, will it be a cutscene? No. More people fleeing from the scene. Interesting. And then they just turned around and praised the door for some reason. Okay. More people fleeing. Talk to Wanyan and witness the truth. There are books on this one. Okay. Let's just go around her for a moment. What do we have here? Books. Like a shrine. Ah, this is where it happened. Ah, exactly there. So there were some people around praying for or to the goddess, whatever. And then she got killed over here. And then everything else got surrounded and sold. So the nuclear option was kind of the correct one. Oh, wait a minute, look at this one. This dude looks like he's holding something. Maybe this was the sword. So... Oh, no. Some of those people are fleeing from the scene. Some of them are praying. Some of them are crying even. So it could be a mix. Either these are enemies or just devoted individuals. It could be some Brutus kind of situation where they were kind of fed up with her peacefulness and just killed her because the people wanted to get their part of the world, and then yeah, they took it. It's a sad story. In this case, it means that the people were not meant to be peaceful. Their own fault, really. Again, they had too high hopes from a peaceful god. What is this one? Sal Flora. Ground zero. No matter what was once here, naught remains but a single flower of soul. He once held something in his hand, upraising in a pose of supreme effort. This must be the one who... Yep. Killed them. Do we have any other statues to look at? No, it's just the single one.
ここだ。ヘウリアだったものが崩れ、塩しか残っていない。これが彼女の最後だ。物語の続きだ。彼女の民はこの優しい魔人では誰も守れないと気づいた。
Well, then they could have just gone. So why go through all of this effort just to kill a gentle god? Come on. Again, it's an emotional reaction, which is the source of all murder, really. It's always emotion. It's usually never logic, or at least very rarely.
魔人戦争は残酷だ。破れた苦痛を味わわせるよりも、彼らは彼女を自由にしたかった。
でもこの彫像たちはどういうこと？
どんな弱い魔人であろうと、それが死ぬ時に流れ出る力は凡人の体では耐えられるものではない。逃げられなかった者がこんな風になってしまったんだ。生き残った民は領地を離れ、元王帝君の庇護を求めるためリーユへに行った。その子孫たちはヘウリアが残した魔人残死による呪いを恐れ、ここに戻って彼女の怒りが静まるようにと剣を折って彼女に奉納した。だが本当はする必要もなかったんだ。最後まで抵抗しなかった魔人が自分の民に怒りを抱くわけない。
それでも受け入れられないわ。嘘よ。偽りの歴史よ。何もかも。
Makes total sense.
私の信仰は揺るがない。
She should.
今回も容赦ないな。
She should definitely get this this chalice, and well, use the last bit that was remaining from this god for her benefit. I mean, wouldn't this be the best way to keep the memory of this god alive by using her power?
それが彼女の払う代価だ。が、悪いことばかりでもない。しばらく動揺は続くだろうが、すぐに納得できなくても事実を知ることはいいことだ。
You seem all too familiar with what happened to the god of salt. Yeah, almost as if he was there.
遠い昔の俺にとってヘウリアの話は戒めでもあるんだ。
Yeah, if you mess with your people, then the people will mess with you. This is basically it. Which also means you have to give the people what they want. Not what they need, but what they want. Because if they don't get what they want, then they will rebel, and one of them takes a sword and strikes it through your heart. That's basically it. You're kind of like a slave to the people if this is the case.
亡くなった神を信仰するのはいいことではない。
Nah, this has nothing to do with it.
ヘウリアでもモラクスでも
The
皆
people
同
of
じだ。
this is not what's the outcome of this story. This here, this single well person here, that's what should get your gears turning here. The people of Liu will understand that one day. Well, what will they understand?
ああ。さて、これから一緒に幸運閣に来てくれないか。
Why? There is nothing there.
何するんだ？
ああ。ここに来て、そして昔話をして、ふと懐かしい思いに駆られたんだ。
Oh, there we go. At the end of all domains, there will be a chest. So, let's see. Back to the Guyun Stone Forest it is. Oh, wait a minute. I actually could have just checked for... what was her name? Wanyan. I can't get there again. This is just a single entrance domain, really. Over here. Okay. Let's use a shortcut and go to this location through the domain. All the way over there. Okay. There was a way of going up there, but you have to go this way first, then around, and then up. He did choose a very nice vantage point up here. Oh, by the way, vantage point. I still have one vantage point that is not yet explored. It's the one in Stormterror's lair. And for some reason I forgot it. I don't know why. I probably saw it, and then I thought, okay, probably obtained it, and then I got rid of the marker. But in the end, I still have to go there a second time. And find that thing. Okay, let's just destroy those. Ooh.
疑似よ、今こそ誕生の時。
頼んだわ、雨のような。
燃えろ。疑似よ。疑似よ。みんなは俺が守れ。
きれい、戦場のお掃除の時間です。
Come on. There we go. That was definitely much quicker than my usual fights. 3 Abyss Mages at once, and one of them even had a fire shield. It usually never goes that quickly. Ah, look at that. This is where you can find a shield. A sword. I don't know which one it was. Either it was a claymore or it was a fillet blade. One of the two. I think it was... Nah, I think it was a claymore, something like that. A great sword. Whatever it was called. The bluish white great sword.
前にも言ったが、幸運閣の下には魔人たちが多く封印されている。
Many gods of old. Okay. Just give me a list.
今のリーユエは凡人たちのものだ。遠い昔に生きたヘウリアの置き土産をリーユエ港に持ち帰るわけにはいかない。
They should not return to Liu. Why not?
ここで静かに眠らせた方がいい。 俺は一つの時代を終わらせた。その歴史をどう記録すればいいかずっと考えていた。歴史は記録できるが、その信憑性は不確かなものだ。今回の件はその証明になった。歴史をねじ曲げるほど、
like
時間の
memories,
力とは強い。
basically.
本物の歴史を刻むためにより良い記録が必要だ。石に刻むのは良い記録だった。しかし変わらない盤石も世界も俺もいつか消えるかもしれない。
勝利。
だからお前のことを思い浮かべたんだ。お前は様々な世界を旅する者。歴史をお前の記憶に刻めば、それはいつか別の世界にも伝わるだろう。
And how good is history from another universe? It does not help you at all. At least if there are no connections, no other connections from one world to the next, then having memories from another past doesn't help you at all. Like, yeah, this is the thing. If you know about the past, but the past is well, very, very far the past, really, then you can think of it as being a story from a different land or a different universe altogether. It does not apply to you anymore. We can only maybe take out the information that does apply, and in this case it will just be some kind of essence, a general rule or general formula that can be applied. But in the end, the specific information does not necessarily need to be known or recorded at all.
旅人としてお前が記録すれば、テイワットの時代も歴史もバックアップを得たのと同じだ。
And like, what good does it do to anyone recording these? That's the one who records the let's play. So that's why you wanted us to come with you, so you didn't just bring me along to find treasure. Well, let's go for the first one.
任重くして道通しか。
さてと、そろそろ置き土産を海に入れるとするか。
She did not even take a Why didn't she take at least one treasure thingy with her? Come on.
なんで海に入れるんだ？
Yeah, good question. It's already salty enough.
言っただろ。ここには魔人が多く封印されていると。軍玉閣に再び封印された。あの渦の魔人、オセルもな。数千年前、戦乱に満ちたリーユエで、俺たちは戦った。魔人が封印された。幸運閣も。1000年の時を経て、逸話と伝説しか残っていない。オセル、俺たちは敵同士だが、旧時代の対立は所詮、旧時代の思い出に過ぎない。ああ。ヘウリアの遺物は、お前が飲み込むといい。
That's such a stupid idea.
霊石はこれで一つなくなった。天地万象、後世に任せるとしよ
う。Really great idea. Throw a never-ending source of salt into the sea. This dude is stupid as hell. Now all the fish will die because it will just get too salty. Did this dude even think of how he does this? God, come on. It's like radioactive, well, trash. You throw it somewhere and it will do its thing for a very, very, very long time. Jesus Christ. I mean, it's nice kind of ending, like you put all of your enemy gods things into the ocean, where you also kind of bound all of the other enemies of you. But it doesn't really help the fishermen of Liu. Still can he pay? Unbelievable. And also in the end, it's just, well, a nice reminder that it does not matter if you, well, may be the right one or not. As long as there's someone stronger around who is able to defeat you, it will happen. And you will be crushed the same way as anyone else will get crushed. And there will be nothing left of you but dust. So, and maybe not even that. So, Zhongli. And you wouldn't need to reminisce about it if you let them be alive. But okay. Was a different time back then. I feel a bit bad for the God of Salt, definitely. Won't those relics cause Oshel to grow in power? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, will he? And how can you be so sure of that? It was basically a fight for survival, wasn't it? Yeah, that's basic. There is a certain pyramid of needs, it's called. Some guy called Maslow came up with this, or maybe someone else in the past as well, like who knows. The basic idea is that you have different needs, and you have lower needs followed by higher needs and so on. And the lower needs are just there for your basic survival, day-to-day survival. And then there you have some other needs that build upon that. So you have some maybe basic needs, survival like food and shelter, and then you have maybe luxuries on that, which makes it more convenient for yourself. And then you have goods that try to increase your standing in the community that you are in, because you are a social creature as a human, or understood to be a social creature. So that this is also another goal that you can follow. It might be some kind of survival goal as well, depending on how you see that. Because depending on your standing and how you present yourself, you might be very low ranking or very high ranking, and you can change this via different different goods and a different way of presenting yourself, and this makes it easier for you to achieve survival, right? So it's a different way. Anyway, you also have like social values that you try to achieve, being a good whatever whatnot, but that you do, like it's kind of like the task that you do, and having some kind of well, it's not fame, it's the other kind of fame, where people don't just knock at your door all the time. Some kind of respect that you can achieve. There's also some form of value and some external validation, basically. And then if you have all of this, then you can kind of express yourself. The self-expression is at the top of it. So because it in this case does not necessarily need anyone else to validate you, it just focuses more on your own validation. So in this case you have validation from the environment, like food and shelter means that you get food. You find a berry in the woods, berries in the woods, and or you find some other meat, or you can farm grain or whatever, which is external validation. So the world tells you that you are able to survive, you can survive, And then you have validation from the group, which means that we accept you as an individual in this group, which again is that, like, you can, if you don't see it as needs, but rather as some form of validation from an external thingy, whatever that is, then it makes much more sense, actually. So, yeah, whatever. We had the validation from the group, and then, or like, in this case, the first survival kind of thing is like basic survival and luxurious survival, easier survival. So there's a certain degree to that. Anyway, we come to like community thingy, the social aspect, getting accepted there, and then of course, the thing is that it moves from very, very far away from your person to very close to your person, inside your person. In this case, it goes from the environment towards the people that surround you, towards yourself. And this yourself is like the highest goal that you can achieve, basically. Or maybe then comes the transcendence part, which means that instead of... Well, yeah, actually there's the transcending part, so it kind of switches. So it's not something else. So where was it? We got the social aspect, like the people surrounding you, validate you, or accept whatever it is that you do, and then we have the you yourself are okay with what you do things, and then it goes one step further, meaning that you are now the one holding all the values. You can now decide what the surrounding can be. So now it goes around the circle and it starts at the beginning. So if you have all of those lower goals, let's call them, done, then you are now in the position to change the view of the world, or like how you see the world fit, and you are now able to actually change something. That's a very interesting way of looking at it. So, where was I? Archon world, different way back then.
今の俺は彼女には優しい時代に生まれて欲しかったと思っている。
Gentler time. And some people are just not meant for the world they are in at the moment.
もう少しここにいようと思う。いい質問だ。昔なら具体的な答えを出せたが、今はなあ、王城堂の閣計としての責務を果たそうと思う。もし今回の旅を楽しめたなら、次の記録もまた俺を呼ぶといい。
Yeah, we can do that too. He might be the god of contracts, but the way he upholds them is a different one. That also might have changed in the past, because the way he decided to deal out the punishment for breach of the contract is much more different than, yeah, between the archaeologists, like the one Wang, I think, or was it Wanyan, whatever, and Kim, the Fatui guy. Names. Me and names. It's just... Alright, anyway. Now we have pretty much done all of the tasks that you can do in here. And there is just this aquatic daily mission that's remaining. And of course the adventurer rank. That can be leveled up. I need just 2 more levels, right? And then I can increase the world level towards its maximum. And get really, really difficult enemies. And the last few levels are just this quaint fate that you get. And 55 is the highest for this. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Wait a minute. Most of the time, those missions had some kind of comic style cinematic, but the one with Zhongli in it did not have that kind of style to it. That's strange. Maybe because he had his own well, cinematic already in the main mission. Maybe this is the reason why. But okay, let's end this for now and continue, of course, with the aquatic creature mission thingy in the next one. Until then, like and subscribe. Ta-ta! Stones every single time. Bennett probably breached a contract with Zhongli in the past, or like the god of Geo in another way, and now he's getting punished by stones getting thrown at him all the time. Poor dude. This is an annoying punishment, right? Like, no matter what, like, boom, stone, boom, stone. Jesus Christ. Wouldn't he start wearing a helmet at some point? And then you hear it every now and then, you hear clunk again. Anyway, as I said, like and subscribe. Ta-ta!